Dr. Lawlis, stand up if you would. Let me introduce you guys to Dr. Frank Lawlis. Dr. Lawlis, by the way, is the gentleman that trained me. Okay? He was my clinical director in school. He was the head of the behavioral medicine department in our program. You're going to go home with something that is really a favorite of mine. Dr. Frank Lawlis has done a relaxation CD. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Hi, I'm Greg, and this is a smartphone. And in a matter of minutes, you'll discover why this smartphone is the secret to you not feeling the frustration, fear, and panic of anxiety anymore. Curious? Just keep watching this short presentation all the way to the end, and you'll discover Dr. Phil's recommended ultimate anxiety solution. Plus, how to train your brain not to become overwhelmed by stressful situations. The most powerful and effective way to enjoy greater success in your relationships, finances, and personal goals without all the typical anxiety, stress, and pressure. And the number one technique for avoiding racing and cyclic thoughts. Now, this video is only going to be posted for a very short time, so watch it while you can, because we've never given away this many anxiety relief strategies before, and you'll never find this anywhere else, I promise you that. You may think you've tried it all or seen it all when it comes to anxiety relief. However, what I'm revealing today is utterly unique, and you will only find it on this website in this free presentation. And the last anxiety-conquering tip I'll be sharing today, near the end, is the most powerful and unique of them all, so keep watching. Remember, I'm about to share Dr. Frank Lawlis of the Dr. Phil Show's easy-to-use tips to train your brain to enter a clinical state of relaxation. And even more little-known tips on how to apply these strategies to enjoy better and more fulfilling relationships with lovers, family, friends, co-workers, even bosses, everyone in your life. And how these same powerful tips will lead you to experience greater success in your finances and career. You should know that the anxiety relief strategies we share in this presentation are ones we normally charge for, and they are going to allow you to break through what's holding you back from conquering your anxiety and empower you to live your optimal life. However, I want to first share a really personal and somewhat embarrassing story with you about how I stumbled upon this blueprint for anxiety and stress relief. You'll see why I was reluctant to even include this story in about a minute, so stay with me. Deal? Before we begin, let me assure you, I wasn't always the go-to guy when it comes to anxiety relief. In fact, I was anything but. It was a few weeks after Dr. Phil featured his mentor, my partner, Dr. Frank Lawlis, on his show. He had used Dr. Lawlis in my anxiety relief audio programs with a guest of the show and recommended it to his viewers. I remember it was the dead of winter in California where I lived. Freezing. Well, freezing for a native Californian. It was the kind of California cold that meant I was out of my shorts and wearing my favorite old ripped-up jeans and a long-sleeve flannel shirt. That's bundled up for us Californians. I remember being with Dr. Lawlis on the phone, and I had just sat down at my desk in my office. Ironically, I was completely overwhelmed and stressed out myself. I was processing and shipping the orders myself, and I took pride in not having customers wait more than a few days for their orders. Now, the story you're about to hear is pretty bad in places, but this was the experience that let me go from getting stressed out so bad that I developed an ulcer to a state of being calm and cool, even when I'm under massive pressure. And I think you want that too. However, even though I knew I absolutely had to learn not to get so stressed out, I needed one more thing to really push me over the edge and get me to move from stress monster to Zen master. So I'm on the phone telling Dr. Lawlis everything that I have to do that day, how I'm stressed out, and I know that I need to get back to my usual relaxed self. And then it happened. I remember like it was just yesterday. Dr. Lawlis says to me, "Greg, I need to tell you something very important. Something that may embarrass you and even hurt your pride. But you're my friend and partner, and I care about your well-being. You aren't walking the talk." "Greg," he said, "you are always too anxious, even when you think you're your usual calm self. You work very hard. You're there for your wife, children, family, and friends, and you take your responsibilities seriously. Those are good things, but it's bad to do them in a state of anxiety." My first impulse was to say, "You're wrong. I don't have anxiety. I was considered an expert on anxiety reduction. Today was just an exception, and I had good cause to be anxious and stressed. I wanted our customers to get their orders." I remember it was then that it hit me like a ton of bricks. I really was anxious most of the time. And even though I was considered an expert and knew what it took to eliminate stress, I simply wasn't doing the very things we recommend. And since I was finally being honest with myself, I was the most anxious at times I really would have benefited from being calm. When I would make decisions while I was stressed out, looking back, I clearly never could see all of my possible choices through my fog of anxiety. And I routinely passed up great opportunities because I quote-unquote didn't have time and was already spread too thin. Spread too thin, overwhelmed, booked solid, overcommitted are all terms that we all use as a badge of honor. They show we're not lazy. We're out there working hard, prioritizing our families, being supportive of our friends, being responsible members of society. But what those phrases really do is scream out, "I'm stressed out and anxious most of the time." So I didn't think I had an anxiety problem. I mean, how could I? I'd created anxiety relief solutions that had helped hundreds of thousands of people. Dr. Lawlis took the words right out of my mouth. "Greg, you aren't applying the techniques we teach. Start doing that, and you know what the results will be." Well, now I was stressed and depressed. I felt like a hypocrite. But Dr. Lawlis came to my rescue. "Greg, everyone falls into the anxiety and stress trap. It's the nature of how we live. That's why I always tell people to practice daily. It only takes a few minutes, but it keeps you on track." I made a solemn vow to myself. I will never, ever let anxiety sneak in and take control of me again. I immediately pulled out one of our anxiety relief programs that Dr. Phil calls one of his favorite things and sat down to listen. And thanks to that turning point, I myself started to actually use our anxiety solution. And if it worked for me, a guy who was completely unaware that he was highly anxious, it's one that works for just about anyone and works every time. Today, I'm going to share Dr. Lawlis's anxiety reduction tips with you and save you the years of education, research, and effort it took Dr. Lawlis to perfect them. So keep watching. And remember, despite my success in mastering my control over stress and anxiety, I really am no different than you. I am just a regular person who stumbled upon a really effective solution. This is an easy-to-use solution for anyone who experiences anxiety or stress in any of their relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, a family member, a coworker, a boss, or even their relationship with money. It empowers you to achieve anxiety relief by training your brain to default to a calm state, even when under extreme stress. Enjoy positive effects in all areas of your life by being more relaxed and centered, identifying opportunities, especially in stressful situations when your decisions have lasting impact. Being present will give you a deeply rooted sense of prosperity and happiness in your life. And being more calm and centered than ever before will absolutely, positively affect the lives of those you love the most. This isn't just the blueprint Dr. Lawlis teaches thousands of other folks just like you. It's the blueprint I used myself to conquer my anxiety. And it's the same exact solution I'll be sharing with you today, so you can conquer your anxiety, fear, and stress once and for all time. I'll share all the specifics with you in just a moment. First, I need to let you in on what your real problem is today. This is a real-life conspiracy, a villain in a black hat, if you will, and it's the sole reason behind why you struggle with anxiety and its crippling effects. And this is why it's not your fault that you get stressed out of your mind. It's not your fault that you're not enjoying your relationships the way you'd like to. It's not your fault that you don't achieve the financial success you desire. Although, after you see this, you'll know it's your responsibility to take action. The real problem is the fact that you've been lied to for years, and these lies are keeping you from achieving any kind of lasting relief from stress and anxiety. You may have heard, or perhaps even believed at one point, that you have to either be a yoga master or on heavy medication in order to stay calm and present in stressful, anxiety-ridden situations. Yet, that's just nowhere near the truth. If you are one of the millions that have fell victim to this lie, then you need to decide now to accept the truth. Because if you don't, you will spend your entire life making your most important decisions at the most critical moments of your life while stressed out of your mind. You will end up spending way too much of your life unhappy, upset, frustrated, insecure, financially unsatisfied, and again, stressed out of your mind. These lies are the reason your anxiety and stress is simply not your fault, although it is now your responsibility to resolve. If you really want to blame something for why you aren't already easily dealing with anxiety and stress, then do this. Blame the pharmaceutical companies. Think about it. For decades, you've been lied to by the big pharmaceutical companies with false and misleading claims designed to make them billions of dollars. In fact, they are known in Washington, and they pay lobbyists big money to educate congressmen and senators on what's best for your mental and physical health. They literally pay for laws to be passed that encourage the use of their drugs, and other laws that actually limit what I can tell you about techniques that actually do work, simply because if you know this information, the pharmaceutical companies stand to lose billions of dollars a year. You can probably see why a presentation like this is subject to removal, unless we are very careful about how we tell you what we tell you. The pharmaceutical companies do not want you to be cured. This would be devastating to their business model, especially since these cures aren't something they can charge you for. In fact, current research shows that less than 25% of those who take anxiety medications actually experience a benefit. The truth is that you should never rely upon pharmaceutical companies to give you a real solution if giving you that solution cuts into their revenues. Pharmaceutical companies routinely mismarket their drugs to be used for things that the FDA has not approved them for, so they can make more money from the same drug. Pharmaceutical companies are known to hire ex-FDA lawyers to push through drugs that have questionable effectiveness. Pharmaceutical companies need people to use their medications long term to maximize their revenues and profit. Pharmaceutical companies are in the business of treating disease, not curing disease. If you blindly listen to the pharmaceutical companies, then you are sure to keep needing their meds forever. Now that you're aware of the lies and how they've crippled your ability to get the right information about anxiety relief for years, let's get right into the 3 tips I need to share with you today. These are the exact same tips and tactics that countless thousands of people who have used Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution techniques to see massive success in reducing, even eliminating their stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety reduction that you desire and deserve. Just remember, I'll be sharing Dr. Lawlis's most important, truly life-empowering tip last. It's the most effective way to program your brain to naturally default to a calm state when you're in stressful situations. So keep watching until the end. The first thing Dr. Lawlis warns to avoid, at all costs, are cyclic and racing thoughts. Now, most people believe that really concentrating and carefully thinking over things is actually a good thing. However, for anyone who gets stressed out a lot, this is not true. That careful thinking very quickly turns into cyclic and racing, obsessively anxious thinking. It's only good to work on an issue over and over in your mind if it's a case of life and death. So really obsessive, anxious thinking is only good if you're doing your taxes. And actually, although that may sound funny, it's also wrong. You want to always strive to be relaxed, even in the most difficult circumstances, because that's when you see the real opportunities. Take an honest look back at your life, and you'll see that your most stressful situations were oftentimes when you faced difficult, life-altering decisions. So unless you avoid cyclic and racing thoughts, you're in for some serious headaches if you want to live an enjoyable, calm, and satisfying life. It may sound too simple to work, but all I want you to do is physically interrupt your racing or cyclic thoughts. You don't have to do this forever, just until your brain automatically starts to interrupt your anxious thoughts itself. So don't worry. So, as soon as you realize you're having anxious, racing, cyclic thoughts, change what you're doing physically. If you're sitting, get up and do a minute or 2 of exercise. Do some squats, some push-ups against your desk or couch. Jog in place. If you're already in motion, stop. Find a place to sit quietly and do some deep breathing for a minute or 2. Just doing this quick minute or two of opposite physical activity will instantly interrupt the cyclic, anxious, and racing thoughts. The change in physical state immediately triggers a change in mental state. Just picture it. You will develop supreme confidence in your ability to instantly stop your anxious thoughts dead in their tracks. That's not all. You'll also start being able to instantly realize that you're beginning to have anxious thoughts and stop them before they take a toll on you. The benefits of using this one simple tip have astonished the hundreds of thousands of people Dr. Lawlis has given it to. Now, how would you like to actually enjoy greater success in your relationships, finances, and personal goals on your way to living anxiety-free? Most people believe you have to drag yourself through boring self-help programs, but Dr. Lawlis and I would rather see you enjoy the process by seeing positive results quickly. So here's the secret. Be present in the moment. If you want to experience more fun and joy on your road to learning to cope effectively with stress and anxiety, here's what you do. Whenever you feel stress in any situation, immediately focus only on the present moment. Being present is brought on by the practice of mindfulness meditation, which is designed to develop the skill of paying attention to our inner and outer experiences with acceptance, patience, and compassion. Do you see how that skill can be very helpful to you in your relationships with loved ones, friends, coworkers, your boss? Because when you're skilled at paying attention to what's going on inside and outside, and you handle those experiences with acceptance, patience, compassion, you are in the right state of mind to make the very best decisions possible, which means better relationships, more love, more friendship, better health, more wealth, and greater life satisfaction in general. Now, here is an effective and easy way Dr. Lawlis teaches to get present in the moment, no matter how stressful your situation is. So pay very close attention. Here it is. Count your breaths. You see, counting your breaths focuses you exactly on what you are doing at this moment. Simply deciding today to be present in the moment, especially during times of stress, you've just opened your world to enjoying more success in your relationships, finances, and free time. Just imagine what your life will look like when you don't see things as stressful. Instead, you see them as challenges that you actually enjoy. Not only that, you'll also start seeing massive improvements in areas of your life you may have even lost hope in. Enjoying the journey is the key to staying on the path, and this simple strategy will really help you get there fast. Now, it's time for Dr. Lawlis's most important, life-altering anxiety prevention tip. And it's a tip that will virtually single-handedly lead you to a successful, happy, anxiety-free life. Now just be warned, without applying this tip to your anxiety prevention strategy, you can virtually forget about succeeding long-term. This is the most important tip of all. And it's this simple tip that Dr. Lawlis is about to reveal to you that will literally train your brain to automatically relax when stress and anxiety start to set in. Take a moment to really get this. This tip puts you on success autopilot on your way to conquering anxiety and stress, all while you feel like you're magically not getting stressed and anxious anymore. Here's how it works and what to do. First, understand that your brain is in a way like a very sophisticated computer. And just like a computer, you are constantly programming it. You program your brain to respond in specific ways in specific situations. Then, you don't have to think about it anymore, and your brain automatically performs the task you've programmed it to do, flawlessly, time and time again. Think about driving, walking, or riding a bike. All of these are tasks you have programmed your brain to do, and you can do them without even thinking about the hundreds of coordinated movements that are required to successfully do any of these things. Now here's the tip. Before you know you're getting into a stressful situation, take 1 or 2 minutes to do a relaxation exercise. A simple relaxation exercise that you can do anywhere, anytime, is to do something called rhythm breathing. Here's a simple one. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, then release your breath for a count of 8. Repeat that for 1 or 2 minutes. Simple, right? But ultra powerful. By relaxing before you anticipate stress, you program your brain to naturally react to stress by relaxing, instead of sending you into an anxiety attack. Dr. Lawlis' solution, which I'm about to cover in detail, is based upon this ultra-critical tip and will allow you to permanently conquer your stress and anxiety. Just imagine what your life will feel like when you master Dr. Lawlis' technique for training your brain to avoid the feeling of anxiety. You've essentially tricked your brain into avoiding anxiety simply because you program your brain to react calmly instead. On top of it all, you'll also be seeing improvement and success in all areas of your life. And all of this is happening in your life simply because you now know the formula. If you've ever wondered how the most happy and successful people do it, this is their secret. They've programmed anxiety out of their lives, making room for success and true happiness. And now it's your turn. I think you'll agree that I covered some very valuable tips on anxiety relief and stress reduction with you today. And I feel you may be a bit overwhelmed with it all, which is completely understandable. Basically, this means you have only 2 choices on where to go from here. Choice 1. You could take all of Dr. Lawlis' tips and info I just gave you and try to put the puzzle pieces together on your own, without assistance. You never know. You may put the puzzle pieces together eventually on your own. Sure, it will take a lot longer, and there is no guarantee you'll make it. Or, consider the wiser choice, choice number 2, which will ensure you enjoy the rewards of living anxiety-free. This is the quickest, fastest, and smartest way possible to achieve long-term anxiety relief without reinventing the wheel on your own, so to speak. Why risk failure and frustration trying to figure all of this out by yourself when you have Dr. Lawlis who's done all the hard work for you? Dr. Lawlis literally put in 40 years of research to create this solution for ultimate anxiety relief, all with folks exactly like you in mind. It's a solution that Dr. Phil of the Dr. Phil Show highly recommends. A system that Dr. Lawlis has perfected and tested for years on countless thousands of men and women like you, and it works virtually every single time. So Dr. Lawlis and I call it the ultimate anxiety solution. I'm Greg Palumbo. I'm Dr. Lawlis's partner and the composer and sound engineer for all of his programs, and I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution. The simplest path to minimizing anxiety while enjoying greater success in relationships, health, and finance. Dr. Lawlis's results-focused, step-by-step formula to ensure you reach your goal of being anxiety-free works even if you're on anxiety medications, you experience frequent panic attacks, you have uncontrollable or irrational fears, you're depressed, you have difficulty falling asleep, you feel like your brain is in a fog, or even if you think you've tried everything or that nothing can help you. Now, before I tell you what Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution is, I need to tell you what it isn't, so there's no false expectations. Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution is not something like a pill that you have to keep buying for life in order for you to keep control over your anxiety. Don't you think you've been lied to enough by pharmaceutical companies interested in hooking you on their drugs forever? And studies keep coming out showing that some of these drugs don't even really work. Isn't it time for you to start using what actually has been proven to work? Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution is the direct result of over 40 years of Dr. Lawlis's research with real-world, ordinary people, literally years of digging through the trenches to find what really works. Dr. Lawlis uncovered these hidden patterns and unique, sometimes even odd tactics that he has used with tens of thousands of people to help them succeed at living anxiety-free for life. And from this moment forward, you will have the tools you need to replicate their success. The patterns of anxiety relief success that Dr. Lawlis carefully researched and successfully duplicated give you the freedom to enjoy happier, more fulfilling, stress-free relationships. Reap the benefits of being able to handle stressful situations calmly, and have the freedom that you can only experience by being present in the moment, allowing you to achieve the satisfaction you desire and truly deserve quicker and far easier than you ever dreamed possible. Now, before we go any further, I need to remind you of something I'm sure you already know. If you're just after some fad or quick fix, something you already know can't possibly work long term, if that's you, and I'm trusting it's not, then you need to leave this website right now. This is for men and women who are ready to stop looking for miracles and start ensuring that they truly gain real control over their anxiety. In short, there's no such thing as instant stress relief. Even anxiety medications, if they work, can take weeks to take effect. But Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution makes achieving long-term anxiety relief as easy as it gets. So if you're like most folks watching this presentation and you're 100% ready for real answers to rid anxiety from your life, here's what you're going to receive. Learn how to train your brain to automatically relax in stressful situations. Learn how to stop cyclic thoughts dead in their tracks. Learn to put an end to the fears that hold you back. Learn to quiet and calm your racing thoughts. Enjoy your life free of panic and fear. Succeed at relationships that were doomed by stress. Become super aware of opportunities that used to be hidden by stress and anxiety. Improve finances and career as a side effect of being more relaxed and at ease. Get to sleep easier and get more restful, restorative sleep. And get real control over your anxiety for life. Then this isn't just a superior solution for solving your anxiety. It is the superior solution, period. Sharon D. from Iowa says, I guess I have the faith because in just 3 days of listening, I have already made a change. Already this morning, my 16-year-old asked if I was high on something. I was so pumped up and talkative. Robin Schaffner states, as a nurse practitioner in pain management, I recommend it to many of my patients, as well as utilize it personally. I have tried other relaxation methods and have found none to be as effective as yours, Dr. Lawlis. And Deborah W. sums it up. It's no wonder Dr. Phil recommends your services. Thank you. Have a look at what's included in Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution, which he specifically designed to get you on the path to living anxiety-free rapidly. On day 1, as soon as you log in, you'll discover the secret behind Dr. Lawlis's brain entrainment technology and how to use it for yourself. Brain entrainment technology is a method of training your brain to automatically and expertly react in new ways. It's based upon the science of neuroplasticity. And Dr. Lawlis is known as the pioneer of applying the principles of neuroplasticity to help people conquer anxiety. Dr. Lawlis also knew the power of auditory relaxation techniques to instantly calm anxiety, and he wanted to add a specially composed relaxation soundtrack to his brain entrainment programs. That's when he approached me to compose and produce the soundtracks. And that's how I became involved in this project. I'm a concert pianist, composer, and sound engineer. I studied piano performance and composition at the highly acclaimed Juilliard School in New York City. So, the Ultimate Anxiety Solutions soundtracks contain specific tempos, harmonies, melodic structures, and audio frequencies scientifically proven to automatically induce a clinical state of relaxation. The result is a two-pronged approach that helps you quickly and easily enter a state of clinical relaxation, a state in which you are physically and emotionally completely comfortable, calm, and present in the moment. A state of mind in which you are calm yet aware, able to identify opportunities, even in the most challenging circumstances, opportunities that will get you to your goals faster than you've ever dreamed possible. Simply listen to the instantly downloadable audio programs. The breathing meditation program will train your brain to use breathing to enter a state of relaxation, calming your cyclic and racing thoughts. Use the mindfulness meditation program to improve interpersonal relationships, reduce anxiety and depression, even improve pain management, and elevate immune system function, which reduces how often you get sick and how long you stay sick for. Use the sleep induction program to achieve restorative and restful sleep. And getting good sleep has been proven to reduce stress and depression. That's Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solutions three-pronged approach to conquering your anxiety for good while creating the life of your dreams in your relationships, finances, and most important of all, your health. As you've probably noticed by now, the Ultimate Anxiety Solution is by far the most effective non-pharmaceutical approach to anxiety relief on the market today, which naturally opens the door for you to experience a true state of relaxation, not a chemically induced state, a state of being present and aware, yet calm and able to fluidly make the best possible decisions in the moment. And it goes without saying that this makes your life much easier. Here's what I mean. Having a happy and lasting relationship is always about being present to each other's needs. This is true for all kinds of relationships: romance, friendships, family relationships, and work relationships. Making the best decisions is always about being present to all the possible choices. If you're feeling anxious, you go into fight or flight mode, and that's the #1 relationship killer. The ultimate anxiety solution will help you train your brain to automatically go into a clinically relaxed state at your command. Perhaps you're concerned that Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution, which is almost like having one-on-one sessions with Dr. Lawlis himself anytime you want, will cost you quite a bit. And sure, that makes perfect sense, as Dr. Lawlis's brain entrainment method is worth investing in, and it should cost more than it does. After all, Dr. Lawlis has already helped millions of Dr. Phil viewers achieve relief from their anxiety faster and easier than ever. Yet, I'll cover the cost and discount you'll get today by ordering from this page with you in just a moment. First, I want to share a few unique benefits this one-of-a-kind solution will deliver to you. You'll learn the secret to unlocking the power of using brain entrainment to help you achieve all of your goals on day one when you log in right out the gate. And that's not all. You'll learn the secret of avoiding anxious thoughts. And this alone is worth the investment in Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution. And Dr. Lawlis will also reveal his proprietary brain entrainment technique that causes the most rapid progress with eliminating anxiety in men and women today. You'll find that with your audio programs when you log into our Mind Body Partners Wellness and Resource Center. Plus, you'll get Dr. Lawlis's most important tip. This will work for everything from weight loss to personal development. The easiest and surest way to stick with your wellness programs. The retail value of the audio programs alone is $89.85. Yet you're not just receiving those audio programs today. Just for watching this entire presentation today, Dr. Lawlis and I would like to give you a few value-added bonuses free of charge, just to help you start feeling relief even faster. The first gift you'll be receiving today is our mind-body relaxation imagery video for the added dimension of visual relaxation. It's normally valued at $19.95, yours free today. The next gift you receive for ordering today is Dr. Lawlis and my Healing Rhythms MP3 program. This program sells for $29.95, and whether you need physical or emotional healing, this program is crucial for reinforcing the mind-body connection. It's also free to you for ordering today. Your final gift for ordering now is our Anger Management program. Learning to manage anger greatly reduces stress and serious stress-related diseases. This program is a must-have for everyone living in today's high-pressure society. This $29.95 program is also free to you for ordering today. Now you can see why Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution is valued at $89.85. And when you add in the bonuses, the retail value of the entire system is $169.70. However, just for watching this presentation today, we have a much better deal coming your way, so keep watching, because we can only guarantee you this price if you act today. Of course, you could choose to continue down the path you're on right now and end up spending 10, 20, even 100 times more than the investment you'll make today in Dr. Lawlis's ultimate anxiety solution in the cost of anxiety and depression medications, or perhaps in therapy bills. And let's not forget the physical toll of anxiety. Stress is directly tied to heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, and those are real killers. And that's just not what Dr. Lawlis and I desire for you. I want to tell you exactly why Dr. Lawlis and I decided to offer the ultimate anxiety solution at this incredible discount today. This massive discount is our online-only offer. You've saved us time and money in running expensive ads, so we're just giving it right back to you. That means you will not be paying the retail value of $169.70 today. Not even close. Cut that price in half, and you're still not close. It's not even $59.95. Your total investment today, which includes the 3 Ultimate Anxiety Solution audio programs, plus all the bonuses you now see on the screen, is now just one payment of only $47. Look below this presentation right now. Click on the rectangular orange order button that says, "Click here to solve your anxiety," to lock in your discounted price today for a one-time payment of only $47. I want you to try this on Dr. Lawlis and me so you don't have to make a decision right now by taking advantage of our triple guarantee. Just try Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution, recommended by Dr. Phil, for 67 days. If you do not feel anxiety-free, or if you don't find our service and attention to your satisfaction top-notch, or even if you don't like the font we use on the cover of the program, it doesn't matter. We'll refund your money. And forget about hassles. We'll happily refund every penny because we're committed to producing results for you, no matter what. Look below this video right now. Click on the orange button that says, "Click here to solve your anxiety," and lock in your discounted price today. You'll join everyday folks like Dee Dee, who experienced this after using Dr. Lawlis's method. "I have found an inner peace that I did not know existed." And then there's Monica Barkley. Just look and see her unbelievable health results from using Dr. Lawlis's program. "For a year after my surgery, the highest my ejection fraction, EF, got to was 48%. Normal EF is 55% and above. Well, happy dance, since listening to your programs and learning the tools to deal with stress, I am so happy to tell you that my EF is now 60%. I'm normal. Thank you." Wes Wilkinson writes, "I usually have lower back pain that makes it hard for me to get to sleep at night. I was actually surprised when I listened to the CDs the first night. While listening, I noticed that my back pain had gone away. Thanks again." And here's what Dr. Phil has to say himself. And keep in mind, Dr. Phil is not compensated in any way for his endorsement. He just 1,000% believes in Dr. Lawlis and my approach to anxiety relief.
And I want to introduce Dr. Frank Lawlis, who's chairman of our advisory board. Has done a lot of work with stress and anxiety management from a relaxation, imagery, and music way. Relax does not mean chill out, kick back, drink a beer, watch TV. Right. We're talking about some very specific clinical skills. Now, Frank has put together a CD that guides you in exactly what and how to do this on your own. And if you'll do it during the day, it will last. You can do it, and then it will last for a number of hours.
Plus, if you act now, before this presentation ends, I'm going to include this super bonus worth $180, absolutely free. Your super bonus is Dr. Lawlis's Wellness Success Strategy Assessment. Your assessment will help you identify your easiest and most direct path to your health and wellness goals. And that brings your total value to over $349. However, just by clicking the orange button below that says, "Click here to solve your anxiety" right now, you'll get the entire Ultimate Anxiety Solution with all of the bonuses plus the super bonus for just $47. Just remember, you're not just saving over $300 today and starting your path to a real solution to succeeding at freeing yourself from anxiety. You'll join the ever-growing Ultimate Anxiety Solution community of satisfied customers. Not to mention the fact you'll make a whole new group of friends who know what it's like to suffer with anxiety that will help you progress, stay inspired, and have more fun along the road to your success. Click on the orange button that says "Click here to solve your anxiety" and lock in your discounted price today. No shipping costs, no delays. You'll have immediate access to every feature of Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution without delay. Plus, your free super bonus, Dr. Lawlis's Wellness Success Strategy Assessment, which alone is worth over $179. Here's what will happen the moment you click the orange "Click here to solve your anxiety" button below this video. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page, which looks like this. Then, after your order, you can select the add-ons you prefer to help you start conquering your anxiety even faster. Finally, you'll arrive at our secure members area, which looks like this. It's that simple. Remember, you've been struggling with your anxiety far too long. And the pain of continuing without taking action will only lead to more despair, more frustration, and continued feelings of overwhelming anxiety. Yet, all of this can be avoided beginning today simply by applying the step-by-step anxiety-busting principles found in Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution. Imagine right now how it will feel the moment you know you've finally found your answer to your anxiety and the challenges it's caused you. You're bursting with confidence, full of hope and optimism. You see and experience getting control of your anxiety happening today. You are experiencing the calm and peace you deserve at long last. Yes, it's true. Your anxiety, up until today, has largely been no fault of your own. You've been deceived for years by the pharmaceutical companies, the media, and quick-fix anxiety relief solutions. The fad medications you may have tried. And then there's all those false promises no one stands behind. However, today marks your day to take responsibility. And take the action you know is necessary today to put you on the track to real anxiety relief, using a system that simply works. Yet, unlike all those phony anxiety solutions, this one is guaranteed to work for you. You have 67 full days to try Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution on us, risk-free, and either you're overwhelmed by the positive results or you pay nothing. And as a reminder, you're always just minutes away from an answer from our support team, so you'll never feel left on your own. Immediately after you buy today, you need to do this. Log in and download your programs. Immediately read the quick start so Dr. Lawlis can reveal to you how to specifically use the programs. This is crucial information for your fastest progress. Following Dr. Lawlis's experience directions will guarantee you begin right where you need to start and see a real reduction in your anxiety fast. Remember, along with Dr. Lawlis's specific directions for maximum success, you'll also be receiving the Ultimate Anxiety Solution. This is your foundation for retraining your brain to naturally default to a calm state. Dr. Lawlis's Relaxation Imagery Video. This is a visual relaxation imagery video to quickly enter a calm and relaxed state of mind. Dr. Lawlis's Healing Rhythms audio program. Use this to strengthen your mind-body connection. Dr. Lawlis's Anger Management Audio Program. Use this program to minimize the stress that comes from anger and frustration. You just cannot put this decision off 1 minute longer. Here's why. First, keep in mind that we've discounted Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution by over $300, and we did it risk-free to you as it's guaranteed. Yet eventually, we are going to have to increase the price back to retail, where it deserves to be. So act now before that happens. Also, you don't want to get left behind when it comes to our super bonus, Dr. Lawlis's Wellness Success Strategy Assessment, as we're only giving that $180 service away to customers who act today. Those who act today will lock in their discount and this free gift. Others won't be so fortunate. Now remember, unless you act today, tomorrow will never come. You may do what so many others do and put it off, for a few more days, which turns into months, even years. So let's make sure you get what you really want. And do the only smart thing you can do. Take advantage of this online-only, limited-time offer while you still can, and wisely get on the right path today to anxiety relief using Dr. Lawlis's simple, proven step-by-step strategy. Click the orange rectangular "Click here to solve your anxiety" button below right now, and let's get you started today. If you're still watching, I bet you have some questions. Here are the most common questions we receive about Dr. Lawlis's Ultimate Anxiety Solution, and the answers to help you out. How do you use the programs? Simply listen directly in Dr. Lawlis's state-of-the-art online wellness center, or download the audio program MP3 files to transfer to your smartphone, iPod, iPad, or even burn a CD. Specific instructions for how to get the very most out of your program are in your quick start when you log in. Do these audio programs use hypnosis? No, these programs use imagery to create their effects. Imagery uses the repetition of mental symbols to create the new neural pathways that form the new behavior you desire. What is brain entrainment? More of this is covered in your quick start, but brain entrainment is the process of training the brain to automatically use a new behavior. There are two components to successfully entraining the brain. The first is making it a habit by repeating it for approximately 1 month. The second is repeating a new behavior about 100 times. By practicing Dr. Lawlis's techniques 3 or 4 times a day, you achieve the 100 times to create the new behavior and the month it takes to make it a habit. Do you have to use the audio programs every day? No, but you must practice the techniques at least 3 or 4 times per day. Click the orange rectangular "Click here to solve your anxiety" button below right now, and let's get you started today. I feel really great. I am not anxious. I really feel a sense of calm as well. I can't even explain it. I feel really great. I am not anxious. I really feel a sense of calm as well. I cannot even explain it. I am also less shy about my feelings. When I disagree with my husband, I tell him I do. We don't fight. It's more of a conversation than it ever was, says PJ. I haven't slept so good in years as I have the past few nights, states Sharon. Click the orange rectangular "Click here to solve your anxiety" button below right now, and let's get you started today.